AI is taking search at a remarkable rate. But with that, companies that help home service businesses and contractors or websites for home services and contractors are still putting up blog posts and long form content and wasting their time and money doing things that do not work. In this video, I want to talk about what does work, what doesn't work, and how you should be thinking about all of this so you can make sure that the work being done for you is being done correctly and in the right direction. My name's Josh Thompson. I'm the founder of Brightbeam SEO Local Search Experts, where I've helped add over $35 million of annual revenue to local service businesses and contractors through SEO strategies. Now let's get into this. So AI is taking all of this search, and we all know that. But what search is AI taking for the most part? It's these long form content pieces. Why? Because long form content tends to be directed at the top of the funnel. Now, I know I talk about the funnel a lot. I'm going to continue to talk about the funnel. I probably need a funnel next to me that I can just hold up. But the funnel is this, right? And it's basically a place where things come in, and at the lower they are in the funnel, the more likely they are to buy from you. So top of the funnel is somebody who's just being introduced to the ideas or researching ideas generally around your business. And bottom of the funnel is people who are looking for services. And that's where we want to live. So what's top of the funnel here? Somebody who's asking, what type of metal do I want to use for my pipes? Or what type of shingles do I want on my roof, right? Those are, or how do I fix my own faucet? How do I install my own this? How do I do this? These are top of funnel. These are people who are adjacent to your services, but not necessarily looking for your services. And for decades, this has been where a lot of people live because it's easier to address these kind of things, especially as an expert. And it's been profitable. But now what shows up when you do a search for these things? And that's AI. And AI will continue to take this search volume of the how-tos and the top of funnels. So that means we don't really need all this content. And so many businesses are wasting their time posting blog posts. That's basically all top of funnel. Or posting long content about their services, which is just adding top of funnel content to it. And I also think that most people don't write quality, right? Quality also goes out the door with a lot of long form. That's not always the case. It hasn't always been the case, but it can be a part of this. So this is why I think the better way to approach everything is bottom of funnel, as well as continuing to spread your influence over smaller and smaller keywords to target for your for your customers, right? So if you're a plumber, you might start with 8 really solid service pages, but there might be 30, 50, 60 services that you offer that are all unique that you can continue to add and refine over time. Now, I think there's one question I want to address, and that is frequently asked questions versus top of funnel. And this is where I think unique content comes into play, because I love the idea that your service pages and your city pages are these living documents that are constantly changing and constantly finding ways for them to be unique from each other. So I'm in a city, Boise, there's Eagle, there's Meridian, there's Caldwell, right? There's all these different cities surrounding me. And at first glance, it's like if I'm a roofer, what's the difference between roofing in all these cities? But that's where unique content comes in. There is so much difference in these different neighborhoods, different cities, different areas in your local area. And as you find those and you solve those with things like frequently asked questions and content, imagine if all the content for one of my cities is talking about that city. It's a higher end city, let's say. People think differently, they act differently, they have homes that are different. And I'm actually finding the content and the frequently asked questions that go towards them and what they need. That's going to continue to make my content more and more unique to that person. And this is how I think of frequently asked questions in this whole diagram. Whereas top of funnel is like, how do I do this? What do I do this? Frequently asked questions are the very, very, very bottom of the funnel, where you actually get a chance to answer questions from those specific people who are on that specific page to help them convert. This isn't where we're just putting general questions. We're actually trying to solve some of the reservations that someone might have on that specific page, city or service, specific to them, that will help them say, okay, yeah, that actually makes sense. I'm ready to call or fill out a form. So I think we have to look at those things differently. So you don't need long content. You need good content. You need thick content that is unique and directed. And then you need to make pieces of content directed at other people that you're not targeting properly. And then you need to refine the content that you have. It's a lot of work to do this right. And AI can be helpful for writing this, but I don't think it's enough. You really need to start asking yourself about the people that you're working with. What are they saying? What are they doing? How are they different? And really get your content very direct, and it will do well because of that. Over time, as people do take actions and your content is better looking and words than your competition, Google is continuing to take things in this direction where the user experience is more important. Just like TikTok, just like Instagram, right? Backlinks are becoming less and less important, and more people are going to be looking for your services on not only just Google, but on Google Maps, where it's even a completely different algorithm. So that's what I have to say about content. If you're getting blog posts or long form content or garbage content on your websites, you need to take a look and be in charge of making sure that content is better. I've had SEO companies literally take my good content down to put up their content. It's dumb. They can be very dumb. You know your business better than anyone else. Insert yourself on the website content that you have, and keep targeting bottom of funnel, bottom of funnel, bottom of funnel. Searches that turn into business for your company. That's what I've got today. If you want to talk more about how you can grow your business up to and past $1 million in annual revenue, you can reach out to me, Josh at brightbeamseo.com, or visit brightbeamseo.com. Love to talk more. Otherwise, we are getting pretty deep in here. I think I'm getting close to 60, maybe more days straight. Never gonna stop. We will see you tomorrow.